Hello, this is our first edition of the new edition of Super's Corner. We'll be presenting to you Hudson County Schools of Technology, its students, its faculty, and its community, and why we believe our school system is such a special, unique, and creative place to learn. With me tonight is Frank Gargiulo, Superintendent of Schools of Hudson County Schools of Technology in Northern New Jersey. Now I'm John Placchino, your host. Well, Frank, it's been about 2 years since we've done this program. We're resurrecting it, and the first video we're going to see tonight is about the Culinary Arts Academy. And now it's an existing program that's been going on quite a few years at Hudson County Schools of Technology, but it has some new facilities. Could you explain what's really going on down there in Jersey City?
Yeah, the purpose of the program and displaying the culinary arts piece of it is not so much to have you understand what culinary arts is about. It's more about having you understand what the creative nature of the district is and why learning is important. People learn because they are interested, for no other reason.
Right.
We in education have a habit for the last 150 years thinking that we'll decide what interests a person, then we'll teach them that, whether they're interested or not. And we, at the school, they took a different approach.
Right.
And that we need to create the interest and provide interesting facilities and programs and teachers for kids, so that once they capture their interest, it's just a home run. And you'll see that. You'll see that demonstrated on that video. And
this is a school of choices. The students kind of choose the way they want to proceed in their learning. Pretty much, they develop their own path, more or less.
Well, yes, yeah. The kids that you're going to see now decided to be in culinary arts. Nobody decided that for them. They decided that.
Right.
And it's a great learning venue for kids. They learn a plethora of things in that environment. But the showcase, of course, is the fact that they're interested. The interest drives the learning, and the interest also drives the creativity. Because what happens in the world we're living in, that's what it's about. There's no longer a world where you can say, and although the government's trying to do it, to say you have to learn this, you have to learn this, you have to learn this, it's not going to happen.
Right.
It's and you can say it, and we'll say it. The president's saying it, the governor's saying it, everybody's saying it. But in the end, that little student sitting in front of you, if they're not interested, if you haven't captured their interest, you're going to cause a problem.
And the teacher's role in all of this is more as a collaborator or a guide, or I know there's a lot of independent learning involved in this.
I would describe the teacher's role more as a coach and advisor. But the old adage is that the teacher taught and the student learned. The new adage is that the teacher, the old teacher that we talked about, is actually responsible for the learning.
Right.
As long as you're interested, my job is to
challenge you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, challenge
keep that interest alive and make sure that you love what you're doing. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're doing culinary arts, but it doesn't matter if it's math or if it's anything. If you can't create a love for that subject in that student, as soon as you leave that student, they may even pass a test. The information is useless. It's not going to do anything with it.
All right, so let's go right now to the video on the Culinary Arts Academy, and we'll talk a little later after we see this video. Okay.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle, and welcome to Culinary Arts. This year, the Hudson County Schools of Technology has upgraded and redesigned our entire culinary arts program. Culinary arts has always been a popular vocation among our students. Now, thanks to our hardworking staff and administration, this program will flourish with 3 brand new state-of-the-art classrooms. So follow me and let's take a tour. students in culinary arts. That's almost 25% of our student population. Freshmen who elect to take culinary enter an introductory class for 1 period a day. During the year, they learn basics such as names of equipment, knife skills, multitasking in the kitchen, and other culinary fundamentals such as teamwork. In the 10th grade, students focus on a more eclectic side of culinary. They expand their knowledge to different forms of culinary arts associated with other countries, meanwhile picking up new skills. 11th and 12th grade classes are combined and usually last an hour and a half each day. With this time, students are able to work with a wide variety of food. At this level, students are very familiar with the language and etiquette of the kitchen. Completion of these 4 years provides valuable job skills for prospective students who wish to obtain a career in the culinary field. The new culinary program not only offers experience to its students, but also service for the rest of the school. The culinary students and staff assist in the cafeteria by implementing a healthier diet while feeding at least 700 students and staff a day. This also provides a great opportunity for student internships. Exposure to such a work environment enhances the customary form of education.
Hi, my name is Justin Josiah. Welcome to My Second Home Food Services.
We have right now between 8 and 10 students per marking period that are interning in the kitchen, and they come from all of the other 3 chefs' classes. So we have a mix between Chef Palsy, Chef Toro, and Chef Collins classes. We had a food service that ran the caf for the last few years, or even before I came here. In taking it over, what it entails is I'm responsible for menus for breakfast and lunch, all the food ordering to bring in for the students to eat, responsible for safety, sanitation for the interns and for the employees that are there. Myself along with Chef Josiah, we're sharing the responsibility in running the cafeteria. We're going to be working with Chef Toro, Chef Collins, and Chef Palsy. Their students are going to get the hands-on experience running a salad bar station, a hot food station, and a hot sandwich station. So they'll be helping take some of the pressure off the hot food line where the kids go through every day, and they're going to be running their own menus in conjunction with what we're working with. Hopefully we can provide a healthier choice, healthier foods. Everything that we bring in is fresh. We try to make as much as possible from scratch. It is a big undertaking, and it took a lot to get started and get used to. Now that we're up and running, we see the trends, we see how many students are coming in, and we can actually start to kind of market and look and see how many students are eating what lunch. We know that if there's something like, everybody likes chicken fingers, so they're all gonna eat those and go crazy. And maybe on a day where there's a beef stew or something that might not be as popular with the students, it's more popular with the staff. So it's kind of trial and error on that until you find out what your clientele really likes, and then that's what you have to kind of market on. So we're running pretty good, and we've got a great staff down there, and I think the students have been very receptive to what we're serving. All of what we just talked about, the new cafeteria, our new kitchens here, none of it will be possible without the support of Ms. Mendola, Mr. Gargiulo, Mr. Fargo, the business office, and obviously the Board of Ed and the freeholders. And putting the kind of money that they put into this program shows that they're invested in it, and just the number of students that we have with all the culinary programs, we're probably one of the biggest ones around as far as the state goes.
My favorite piece of equipment, actually probably all of them are my favorites, but if I had to pick one, it would be the 10-burner stove. And the reason for that is we were in the cafeteria, we had to share a stove with the cafeteria, which was fine, but it kind of eliminated a lot of productive work that could have been happening because of the loss of space. So now I can line all my students up on the stove, they can all work together, and it just, it flows.
It's all one team of equipment, but I'd have to say if they're really looking at it, it's got to be the pizza oven that we have. And the students love it, you know, if it's a day where it's a little slow and we don't have too much prep work to do for the cafeteria, and we need a snack to make or something, they could pump out a quick pizza. And if they ever get a job in a pizzeria, they already know how the oven works.
I enjoy all the equipment, but I guess if I would say one, it would be either the pizza oven or the tilt skillet.
As far as it goes, everything is condensed in one room. We were working in the cafeteria, and I had another kitchen. So we had to run back and forth. So what it does really is eliminate a lot of time. We can focus, get things done a little bit more efficiently. I've set the kitchen up exactly like I would in a restaurant. It's in different stations. I have 5 kids that are basically majoring in pastry. I have my kids that are pretty good at sauces. We break the whole thing up into different groups. So we have everyone working for a different goal in the kitchen. And everything's together, it's all compressed, and works out well.
Well, I think the new kitchens are absolutely amazing. I mean, all of our equipment is just at the tips of our fingers. We have everything we need here, a grill, an oven, stove, all of the equipment that we could need to be successful in culinary.
The new equipment has helped us a lot. We've never really had a fryer. We've never had a flat top. We've never had, our own oven. Innovating and, using newer equipment allows us to save money but also learn new things. There's no doubt in my mind that I can't, accomplish my goal at becoming, a chef. With everything that Chef Collins has taught me, I don't think there's, anything that I can't do.
I love the new kitchen. I love the new kitchen. I mean, it's a whole lot bigger than the last kitchen. The last kitchen was so small that I barely had anything to do at all. There was barely enough room to cook. But here, I had a whole lot more to do. I made egg wraps, I helped out with an omelet, made my own personal pizza, anything you can imagine.
I'm gonna want to open an Italian restaurant someday when I get older. Me and my friends from here, we also have an idea of what our food name is gonna be called. It's gonna be called Italianish. We actually did a project about that in consumer finance. It's a mixture of Italian food and Spanish foods because those are the 2 most popular foods eaten in a restaurant. And it's also not a high-end price food, but it's very good.
I think this would be perfect for, getting the experience for an entry-level position after high school because this is just like a regular kitchen.
All the stuff that you see in here, it's going to be the same thing you have in the real world. The pizza ovens, the stoves, it's all the newest technology. When you get out of here, you're going to go to bigger restaurants and you're going to know how to use it. You're not going to be nervous and you're just going to have fun.
Welcome back to Super's Corner. That was an interesting video on the culinary arts. Everybody looked really into it. I mean, they looked very involved and excited.
Yeah, you might stretch that a little bit.
Right.
The video, although the video is about the culinary arts, the people who took the video are in a TV video production piece of our school district that brings that whole thing. They're happy about doing it. The kids in the culinary arts are happy about doing it. And that interest, I am sure that most of those children will be successful.
Okay.
And because their interest is driving them right now, and it's pretty obvious to me that that type of education is long-lasting.
Okay. Well, thank you, Frank, for the show tonight. I'm John Placchino for Super's Corner with Frank Arjola, Superintendent of Schools, and we'll be back.